Petition untuk penerimaan masa untuk perbicaraan di hadapan Yang Arif Tuan Muhammad Radzi bin Abdul Hamid. Puan Nurin, can you introduce yourself?
Ya, Arif, saya Peguam Persekutuan dari Natasha binti Muhammad Rafi dari Jabatan Peguam Negara. Bersama saya Wakil Majlis Peguam Negara dan Majlis Jabatan Kuasa Peguam Negeri Pulau Pinang, Encik Tan E. Teng.
Benar, Yang Arif.
Ya. Ya.
Okey. Sekarang panggil kes nombor pertama WA 18 1032 082020 Lo Su Teng.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Lo Su Teng, pempetisyen pertama dalam prosiding hari ini. Sekarang saya serahkan kepada Peguam pengusul saya, Mr. Ang.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya pohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan ucapan ini dalam bahasa Inggeris, Yang Arif. Okay. May it please the Lordship, my Lord. I, Ang Chek Kai, appears for the petitioner Lo Su Teng, together with my learned friend Nurin Natasha Muhammad Rafi, SFC, appearing for the Attorney General Chambers of Malaysia, and my learned friend Tay E. Teng, appearing for the Bar Council of Malaysia as well as the Penang State Bar. May it please your Lordship, I will briefly introduce the petitioner. The petitioner was born in Penang and is the second child of Mr. Lo Ai Yun and Mrs. Liang Siu Moing. From then on, under the care and guidance of her family, the petitioner continues to grow and eventually obtain her Bachelor of Law degree with second-class honors from Multimedia University in the year 2020. Thereafter, the petitioner commenced her mandatory 9 months pupillage at Monsieur Aswa Simon and Azahar under the tutelage of my learned friend, Mr. Simon Tan Hong Jin. Today, the petitioner would like to seize the opportunity on this memorable day to express her eternal gratitude to her parents and siblings for the unconditional love, support, and guidance given to her. Years ago, before the petitioner embarked on her journey to obtain her Bachelor of Law, the petitioner intended for her late grandmother to witness and share this moment together. Unfortunately, time waits for no one. Hence, the petitioner would like to take this opportunity to thank her grandmother for her unconditional love and care, which the petitioner will cherish forever. The petitioner would like to express her appreciation and heartfelt gratitude to all her friends for always being there for her throughout her journey as well. My Lord, the petitioner had undergone her 9 months pupillage under Mr. Simon Tan Hong Jin from Monsieur Aswa Simon and Azahar. Throughout the 9 months pupillage, under proper guidance of her mentor and colleague, the petitioner was able to hone her skill as a legal practitioner and reap valuable experience along the way. Hence, she expressed her gratitude to each and every member of the firm, namely Mr. Simon Tan Hong Jin, Ms. Elvina Man, Ms. Lu Xin Yi, Ms. Tan Ka Hui, and Mr. Shamil Amirdu Danish, and other members. My Lord, I believe that the petitioner's papers are in order and the relevant bodies have no objection. Therefore, my Lord, I pray for order in terms of the petition and that the petitioner be enrolled and admitted as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya.
No objection, Yang Arif.
Apa bantahan kepada pihak-pihak?
Tiada bantahan.
Tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Lo Su Teng, dengan kuasa-kuasa yang ada pada saya di bawah Akta Profesion Undang-Undang 1976, dengan ini Lo Su Teng didaftaraikan dan diterima sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
My lord, may I request special permission for the master, Mr. Simon Tan, to robe the pupil? Much obliged, my lord. Thank you, madam.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Terima kasih, Arif.
Okay, kes nombor 2 dalam senarai WA 18-11-1105-08-2020 Shalini, anak perempuan Ravindran.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Shalini, anak perempuan Ravindran, pempetisyen kedua pada hari ini. Saya sekarang serahkan kepada Peguam pengusul saya, Encik RSN Raya.
Ya Arif, dengan izin, RSN Raya hadir bagi pihak pempetisyen, ya Arif. Saya percaya rakan-rakan bijaksana saya, Puan Nurin Natasha binti Muhammad Rafi hadir bagi pihak Peguam Persekutuan dan Cik T.E. Ting hadir bagi jawatan kuasa Peguam Negeri Pulau Pinang dan Majlis Peguam Negara, ya Arif.
I was a bit surprised to see two other gentlemen in the background.
Ya Arif, sorry, that's a background which has been fixed, Yang Arif. I use it very frequently for my webinars, Ya Arif, but it's a historic day, Yang Arif, so we have two historic political figures also joining in. I'm sure Yang Arif has no objections.
No, I was just surprised to see one particular gentleman at the back.
Yes, Yang Arif. Kapal was my master, my master and my mentor still is, Yang Arif. May I, Yang Arif? Ya Arif, mohon izin untuk saya mengulangkan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris, Ya Arif, dengan izin.
Yeah.
Dengan izin, Ya Arif. My Lord, I seek leave to say a few words to introduce your petitioner, Shalini Ravindran. My Lord, the petitioner was born on the 25th of September 1996 on this very island and is the second child of Mr. Ravindran and Madam Padma. After completing her Form 6 in the oldest English school of the nation, the Penang Free School, the petitioner pursued a law degree in University of Malaya and obtained her bachelor's degree with honors in the year 2020. Yang Arif. Throughout the 4 years in law school, I'm told that the petitioner has actively participated in internal and external mooting competitions, which were stepping stones for developing her advocacy skills. The most important lesson the petitioner learned in law school is best described through the idiom, knowledge is like a deep well fed by everlasting springs. No matter how far we go in life, there is always something for us to learn. With that in mind, she continued her journey as a pupil in Messrs. K. Kumara and Co. under the guidance of Mr. K. Kumara Teraviam. The petitioner dedicates the next few minutes to express her utmost gratitude, which are penned in the following speech. She truly realized or realizes that there are no words of gratitude which can be sufficient to define the sacrifices her parents, Mr. Ravindran and Madam Padma, and her aunt, Madam Surya Kumari, have made. Nevertheless, like a drop of water in the vast ocean, she wishes to express her gratitude with heartfelt thanks. The limitless love, courage, and values they taught the petitioner made her the person she is today. Not forgetting her siblings, Monisha and Logan Raj, for always lending a shoulder when she needs it at most. Petitioner's gratitude also is expressed here towards her family. The petitioner would also like to take this opportunity to thank her master, Mr. K. Kumara Teraviam, for his perennial guidance, I'm told. I must emphasize, perennial guidance. The petitioner truly believes it was indeed a blessing in disguise to have had the opportunity to learn from him. The wisdom and knowledge he imparted taught the petitioner lessons beyond four walls. The petitioner will be forever grateful and indebted to him. The petitioner also expresses her gratitude to everyone over at K. Kumara and Co. for their guidance, especially Mr. Leong. Last but not the least, my lord, the petitioner thanks her dear comrades over at NPS, ABC and Co., batchmates and colleagues who stood by her during the darkest days. The petitioner would also like to specially thank Mr. Tesigan, her dearest friend, for his constant support and encouragement. With that, my lord, I verily believe that the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. I believe that the petitioner's papers are in order and the my learned friends for the Attorney General's Chambers, the Bar Council, the Penang Bar Committee respectively have no objections to this motion. Yang Arif, dengan rendah diri saya memohon satu perintah bahawa Pempetisyen Shalini anak perempuan Ravindran diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang peguam cara Peguam Bela Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya, ya Arif. Dengan izin, ya Arif.
No objection, Ya Arif.
Ya.
No objection, Ya Arif.
Baik.
Yang
Dengan
Arif,
kuasa-kuasa yang ada pada saya di bawah Akta Profesyen Undang-Undang 1976. Dengan ini, Shalini, anak perempuan Ravindran, didaftaraikan, diterima sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
terima kasih, ya Arif. Yang Arif, bolehkah saya dengan segala hormatnya memohon Master Encik K. Kumara Trivium yang saya percaya hadir di pejabat yang sama untuk menjubahkan Cik Shalini, anak perempuan Ravindran dengan izin, Yang Arif. Terima kasih, Arif.
Terima kasih, Arif.
Terima kasih,
Terima kasih,
Arif.
Arif.
Okay, now calling for case nombor 3 dalam senarai WA 18-1193-09-2020 Ryan Saw Jenyi.
Dengan izin Arif, nama saya Ryan Saw Jenyi. Selepas ini, saya akan menyerahkan kepada Peguam pengusul saya, Encik Eddie Kwang, untuk mengucapkan ucapannya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Eddie Kwang hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen Ryan Saw Jenyi pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili yang berbahagia, Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Pulau Pinang yang telah pun diperkenalkan sebentar tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya ingin memohon kebenaran untuk meneruskan ujahan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris. Of August 19 menengah jenis kebangsaan Ket Hua in Alustar, Kedah. The petitioner read law and graduated with a law degree from Multimedia University, Malacca in the year 2020. Upon completion of his law degree, the petitioner did his pupillage in Messrs. Gay Cheng Lock, C.P. Yap and Co. under the tutelage of his master, Mr. Ganesh Ponaya, who is also my learned friend. On this very special day, which marks an important milestone in the petitioner's life, the petitioner would like to express his heartfelt gratitude and love to all his family members, especially his parents, Mr. So Ho Tek and Madam Liang Yuk Hyang, for their unconditional love and relentless support in his long journey to become an advocate and solicitor. The petitioner also wishes to express his gratitude to his master, Mr. Ganesh Punaya, who has not only been a guide to the petitioner in pointing the right path in this journey, but also sharing all his knowledge and wisdom unconditionally. The petitioner would like to express his deepest appreciation to all the partners and staff of the legal firm, Messrs. Gay Cheng Lok, CP Yap and Co., who had guided and helped the petitioner during the period of his pupillage with the firm. Yang Arif, saya sesungguhnya percaya bahawa Pempetisyen adalah merupakan seorang yang berkelakuan baik dan sesuai serta wajar diterima dan didaftar sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Saya juga sesungguhnya percaya bahawa kesemua kertas Pempetisyen adalah teratur. Maka saya dengan rendah diri memohon supaya Pempetisyen Ryan So Chengi diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Saya juga percaya rakan-rakan bijaksana saya dari Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Negara dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Pulau Pinang tidak mempunyai apa-apa bantahan mengenai petisyen ini. Sekian, terima kasih Yang Arif.
Ada bantahan ya Arif?
Tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Baik. Dengan kuasa-kuasa yang ada pada saya di bawah Akta Profesion Undang-Undang 1976, dengan ini Ryan So Zenji didaftaraikan dan diterima sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya ingin pohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk membenarkan Master Pempetisyen iaitu Mr. Ganesh Punaya untuk menjubahkan Pempetisyen pada hari yang mulia ini. Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Okey, sekarang panggil kes nombor 4 dalam senarai WA 181079082020 Pavitra Devi, anak perempuan Murugia.
You forgot to unmute Ms. Pavitra Devi.
Miss Pavitra, you forget to unmute your mic.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Pempetisyen keempat Pavitra Devi, anak perempuan Murugia. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya ingin menyerahkan prosiding ini kepada Peguam pengusul saya, Puan Sunitako.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Sunitako Sandu, Peguam pengusul yang mewakili Pempetisyen keempat Pavitra Devi, anak perempuan Murugia. wakil-wakil dari Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam dan Jawatan Kuasa Pulau Pinang adalah seperti yang telah diperkenalkan sebelum ini. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya pohon kebenaran untuk meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris. May it please your Lordship, if I be allowed to introduce the petitioner, Ms. Pavitra Devi, anak perempuan Murugia. The petitioner was born on 10th of April 1996 in Taiping, Perak, and is the second child of Mr. Murugia and Mrs. Vignesperi. She has two siblings, namely Kalai Salvam and Parimala. The petitioner completed her secondary education in Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Convent, Taiping. The petitioner then set her mind on becoming an advocate and solicitor and pursued her studies at the Multimedia University, where she graduated with Bachelor of Laws with honors. In 2020, the petitioner commenced her pupillage in Masa's P.R. Manekshaw and Associates under her pupil master, Mr. P.R. Manekshaw. It was during this time at the firm and through the various tasks given, she gained invaluable experience and knowledge. On this memorable day, the petitioner would like to first and foremost thank Almighty God for all the blessings He has showered on the petitioner. Secondly, the petitioner wishes to take this opportunity to express her utmost gratitude to her family. She would like to thank her late grandfather and father for instilling in her a strong passion for learning and for doing everything possible to put her on the path to success. She will never forget the important values they have passed down to her, particularly perseverance and honesty. She would also like to thank her mother and grandmother for their unwavering support and encouragement, without which she would not have been able to stand here today to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor. The petitioner's mother has been a pillar of support, guidance, and love in her life since the day she was born, which words cannot express. The petitioner would also like to thank her elder brother, younger sister, and all the family members who believed in her even in the face of failure and constantly pushed her to achieve great heights in life. No words can express how grateful the petitioner is for their love and sacrifices. It is on this day she has fulfilled her family's dream of seeing her as an advocate and solicitor. The petitioner is also grateful to her pupil master, Mr. Paul Manekshaw, for allowing her to undergo her pupillage at the firm, for the guidance and opportunities given to her throughout her time there. Now the petitioner realizes that the practice of law demands a perceptive nature, determination to always find the best outcome, and most importantly, a passion for it. A passion she has witnessed in abundance in her pupil master, who has been in active practice for 50 years. I can vouch for that. Mr. Paul Manekshaw has been very, very helpful even to me myself. The petitioner now knows that the key to being a good advocate is always meticulous in preparing for a case. The petitioner would like to take this opportunity to record her deepest gratitude to Mr. Paul Manekshaw, to whom she will always be in debt. The petitioner would also like to thank all the lawyers and staff at the firm for their endless support and encouragement, making her experience there a memorable one. The petitioner would lastly like to utilize this opportunity to thank her partner, Tineshwar, and all her friends for their endless support and encouragement throughout this journey. Your Lordship, I believe the petitioner is of excellent character and is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. I believe all the petitioner's papers are in order and that my learned friends from the Attorney General's Chambers, the Bar Council, and the Penang Bar Committee, respectively, have no objections. Maka saya memohon Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk menerima, masuk, dan Mendaftaraikan Pempetisyen keempat Pavitra Devi anak perempuan Murugia sebagai seorang Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Dengan kuasa-kuasa yang ada pada saya di bawah Akta Profesion Undang-Undang 1976, dengan ini Pavitra Devi, anak perempuan Murugaya, didaftaraikan dan diterima sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Dengan kebenaran Yang Arif, saya pohon kebenaran mahkamah untuk Master Pempetisyen Mr. Paul Maneksha untuk menjubahkan Pempetisyen.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Okey, sekarang panggil kes nombor 5 dalam senarai WA 181620 10/2017 Tayangan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya TNN, saya adalah pempetisyen kelima. Dengan izin Yang Arif, sekarang saya ingin serahkan kepada Peguam pengusul saya Mr. Wu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya JJ Wu, Peguam pengusul yang mewakili pempetisyen kelima TNN. Dan rakan-rakan seperti saya yang mewakili yang telah diperkenalkan tadi, yang masing-masing mewakili jawatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan jawatan kuasa Peguam Negeri Pulau Pinang. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah dirinya pohon kebenaran daripada Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk meneruskan dalam bahasa Inggeris Yang Arif. May I please, Your Lordship. I would like to introduce the petitioner, TNN, who is the second child of Mr. Tay Eng Chia and Madam Lim Gyok Kim. She was born in Pulau Pinang, where she received her early education up to Form 5. Following this, she did her Cambridge A-levels in International College Penang. The petitioner pursued the degree of Bachelor of Laws in University of Liverpool and graduated in June 2016. She then undertook the Bar Professional Training course in Manchester Metropolitan University, and she was called to the Bar of England and Wales on 27 July 2017 as a member of the Honourable Society of Middle Temple. The petitioner commenced her pupillage at the firm Mrs. Y.C. Wong in October 2017 under the tutelage of Miss Wan Siet Yam. My Lord, on this very special occasion, the petitioner would like to express the deepest gratitude to her parents, Mr. Tay Eng Chiat and Madam Lim Gyok Kim, and her 3 other siblings for all their unwavering and unconditional love and support throughout the years. The family's love, laughter, support, and devotion have truly sustained the petitioner. The petitioner would not be where she is today and be given all these opportunities in life if not for their undying love, understanding, and sacrifices. The petitioner also wished to record her utmost gratitude to her very dedicated pupil master, Miss Wan Siet Yam, the senior partner, and the senior partner, Mr. Wong Yi Chu, fellow legal assistant and clerks in the Mrs. Y.C. Wong, for their constant guidance, advice, support, and opportunities to learn during her pupillage. The petitioner has had a very joyous time throughout her chambering period. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah dirinya berujar bahawa pempetisyen TNN merupakan seorang yang berkelakuan baik dan seorang yang sesuai dan layak untuk diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai seorang peguam bela dan peguam cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Saya percaya semua kertas kosa dan petisyen ini adalah teratur, dan saya juga percaya bahawa tiada sebarang bantahan daripada pihak Jabatan Peguam Negara, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Negeri Pulau Pinang. Oleh yang demikian, saya dengan rendah dirinya pohon agar Mahkamah Yang Mulia ini menerima masuk dan mendaftaraikan pempetisyen kelima TNN sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Sekian, terima kasih, Malok.
Tiada bantahan, Ya Arif.
Tiada bantahan, Ya Arif.
Dengan kuasa-kuasa yang ada pada saya di bawah Akta Profession Undang-Undang 1976, dengan ini TNN didaftaraikan dan diterima sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Dengan izin Ya Arif, saya pohon kebenaran untuk membenarkan pempetisyen menjubalkan dirinya sendiri.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Terima kasih, Ya Arif.
Yarif, that will be all for the 5 petitioner. Then now we actually hand it over to Yarif for the speech.
Lau Sui Ting, Shalini anak perempuan Ravindran, Ryan So Zenyi, Pavitra Devi anak perempuan Murugaya, TNN. Adalah menjadi adat bahawa di akhir prosiding penerimaan peguam baru, Hakim yang bersidang akan menyampaikan sedikit ucapan tahniah dan nasihat tentang profesi guaman. Adat ini bukanlah sesuatu yang baharu, tetapi menjadi amalan yang dipegang kuat sebagai meraihkan peguam-peguam muda yang telah diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan. Maka berpegang pada adat itu dengan rasa besar hati, saya mulakan ucapan ini dengan mengucapkan setinggi-tinggi tahniah kepada kamu atas penerimaan masuk anda semua pada hari ini sebagai seorang peguam bela dan peguam cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Hari ini menyaksikan kejayaan usaha anda semua dalam mencapai impian anda untuk menjadi seorang peguam bela dan peguam cara. Saya percaya impian ini bukan terbina dengan hanya satu angan-angan atau impian semata-mata. Impian ini menjadi nyata bukan dengan mudah. Ia telah menuntut berbagai pengorbanan bukan sahaja dari anda tetapi juga dari mereka yang telah menyokong impian anda. Pengorbanan yang paling besar adalah yang telah diberikan oleh ibu bapa anda. Mereka telah melakukan sebaik yang mungkin yang diperlukan dari mereka sebagai ibu bapa untuk memberikan anda suasana keluarga yang baik, peluang pelajaran yang baik, serta persekitaran yang baik dalam membesarkan anda dari seorang bayi kepada seorang manusia yang dewasa dan matang yang bakal menggalas tanggungjawab besar sebagai seorang peguam bela dan peguam cara. Hari ini bukan hanya hari kemeriahan anda, tetapi juga hari kemeriahan keluarga anda dan mereka yang penting dalam hidup anda. Jangan lupa pengorbanan kasih sayang, masa, tenaga dan harta yang telah dicurahkan untuk anda. Siapa anda hari ini dicorakkan sebahagiannya oleh mereka. Dan dengan itu, anda harus mengucapkan setinggi terima kasih dan penghargaan kepada setiap mereka. Ucapan tahniah juga harus diberikan kepada pengajar-pengajar anda yang telah memberikan tujuh ajar kepada anda tentang amalan guaman selama tempoh latihan anda. Permit me to now continue in English. Your call to the bar today is not with the usual level of buzz and excitement that comes with the attendance of family members, friends, and well-wishers within and outside of a courtroom. The usual conduct of the proceedings in a courtroom is now substituted by an online hearing via Zoom and new operating procedures imposed following the COVID-19 pandemic. Because of that, you are deprived of the special and proud feeling of physically appearing before a judge in a court proceedings, when your name will be called and you will stand proud in the presence of your master and family members, waiting for the moment when everyone will witness the judge granting the order for your admittance to the Malaysian bar, followed by your master robing you in full ceremony. Today, you and I are physically distanced by the new procedures that we have to embrace. And because of that distance, the experience of today's proceedings may be somewhat hollow to some of you. Nonetheless, let me say this, and let me say this very clearly. Your absence from my courtroom does not in any way take away or wither the significance and importance of this occasion. Today is the day you become an advocate and solicitor. And as I have said before in earlier proceedings, becoming an advocate and solicitor is not just a mere job to sustain your livelihood. It is not a ticket with which you claim the right to be a member of an exclusive club and through which your only motivation is to acquire financial wealth. It is far greater than that. It is a vocation that demands a continuous commitment to act honestly, truthfully, and with integrity. You are bound not only by the moral standards that society expects of you, but you are also bound by the requirements of the law, in particular, the Legal Profession Act. One of England's most eminent jurists, Norman Burkett LJ, described a lawyer's integrity as follows, and I quote, "The court must be able to rely on the advocate's word. His word must indeed be his bond, and when he asserts to the court those matters which are within his personal knowledge, the court must know for a surety that those things are represented. The advocate has a duty to his client, a duty to the court, and a duty to the state, but he has above an uprightness, and no profession perhaps offers greater temptation to forsake them. But whatever gifts an advocate may possess, be they never so dazzling, without the supreme qualification of an inner integrity, he will fall short of the highest standard." Closer to home, the late Karam Chand Vohra, or better known as K.C. Vohra, a much respected and admired figure in the history of the Malaysian bench, who had sadly passed away on the 12th of April 2020, said the following in his speech entitled "Your Calling After Your Call," that was delivered at the Bar Council Ethic and Professional Standards course in 2012. I quote, "When you get called to the bar, reality sets in for you for the first time. It is at the bar that you will earn your keep, so to speak. You begin to realize the nature of the forces that will keep you employed. You begin to realize that you cannot sit on your derriere. You have to work and work very hard, and it is for real. You might know all the theoretical aspects of the law, but applying them to a factual situation which your client presents to you requires an analytical skills and the ability to ask searching questions for a full picture of the problems and the issues, and being able to do careful research on the law on the matter. So you need to develop skills to ferret out the facts and the law. You need a methodological approach to your thinking process. You need to draw timelines and to keep them and not procrastinate. Time and the court waits for no man nor woman. You need honesty and good ethical conduct in dealing with your client. Don't mislead him on the law. If a person has no case after an exhaustive analysis and search of the law, tell him so. Remember, your paramount professional and ethical duty, and that duty overrides all things. Unquote. I therefore remind you that the quality of your integrity will define you as an advocate and solicitor. Will you become a lawyer who will be respected by your client, peers, the bench, and all who deal with you, or will you be shunned and shamed by dishonest and unscrupulous practices? The choice is yours, and you will either enjoy the benefits of your integrity or face the consequences of your dishonesty. I pray that each of you will always be guided by good conscience as a human being and as a member of the Malaysian Bar, and that you will always reflect the best values in whatever you do. With that, I end my speech, and I wish you all the best in your career and future undertakings.
Thank you, Arif.
Terima kasih, Arif.
Terima kasih, Arif.
Court, bangun.
Okay, I think that will be all, and congratulations to everyone for the long call. So that will be all. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tuan. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Tuan.
Bye.
Stay safe and take care, everyone.
Same to you, Mr. Raya.
Thank you, Mr. Ryan.
Can you get a copy of that speech?